The Cree is one of the largest Native American groups in North America. With around 200,000 people, they primarily live in Canada, but they can also be found in Montana and North Dakota. There are two main types of Cree, Plains Cree and Woodland Cree. They are in a way self-explanatory. They were nomadic people and could be found living in teepees made from buffalo husk. The roles the men and the women played for their community were separated. Men were hunters and fishers, while women harvested and took care of children. One thing they both have in common, however, is their love for stories. There are two main types of stories in Cree culture. Atawakiwini Wina are sacred stories, sometimes called legends passed down orally through generations. Atayokuwini provides spiritual message and sacred teachings. Many of the stories with the Cree are based around the beginnings of the world, are based on lessons taught by using animal figures. The main person who I'm most speaking of is Wisakachak. He is deemed responsible for the flood that destroyed the world due to his selfishness. In other stories told by the Cree, sometimes he is portrayed as the one who created the world, with his power bestowed on him by the Creator. He is also known as the Flatterer. The Wisakachak is a Manitou in the form of a crane. A Manitou is a spiritual force. In the Cree culture, it can manifest in anything. A tree, a bird, a rock. It can be a good or a bad spirit. This is what Wisakachak is. The ones responsible for passing on the oral traditions in Cree culture are the elders. They are known as Kitaya. Elders are known for their spiritual and cultural leadership. They have gone their whole lives learning these cultural values and norms and are most respected when it comes to their teachings through stories. The knowledge given from an elder does not have to be from someone who is old. It can be from someone young, as long as they are believed to have the experience or special knowledge. Elders are the people who know the truth in the sense of the word. It does not mean that they know one truth and no other is the same. The elders in the community are living memories. They are what the future depends on to keep their culture alive. Teaching stories. Through oral tradition, it is possible to pass down the very likelihood of a culture. As the passing of the torch goes on and on, throughout time, it is of great importance that we know what is shared. In fact, the Cree would pass down dire pieces of information from each generation, whether it was the hunting grounds, the migration trails, or sacred rituals, thus creating a sacred bond between families and ensuring relationships were solid. Through oral tradition, the Cree would involve two people, the one who talks and the one who listens. Depending on who is being spoken to and who is speaking with the message will vary, meaning that many of the Cree elders would exchange stories of the importance of friendship while creating a friend in the process of sharing that story. This only enhances an even more complete bond between tribes people. In some cases, for the Cree to pass certain information, a certain amount of sensory is needed. Particularly rituals and things of that nature become one would need to know when and where to find the things needed to fulfill the requirements. There are many things that are passed down through oral tradition, and they represent how that society not only behaves, but interacts with its surroundings. If you would like to hear the actual oral tradition by the Cree on how the creation of the world happened, feel free to click on my next link, which will refer you to a video I created which describes the events. Thank you very much.